beginning of this year saw the closure of one of the city's most popular live music venues. After a period of uncertainty, the Owl Sanctuary has decided to reopen its doors here on Timber Hill. Today I'll be speaking to the manager, Dan Hallcroft, all about how this happened and why it's so important to keep live music venues up and running in Norwich.
When we found out that we were going to lose that building, it was very shocking. And then when the reality set in that, we were going to have to move somewhere else, then it was just heads down and just getting on with it, really.
I was one of the first people who found out about the closure. Dan called me up. First, we were really angry and upset because the landlord took away what seemed like an amazing commodity for Norfolk, something that no one else was really doing. And if you were in Norwich, you knew about it. There was a Gives a Hoot campaign, and we changed our picture, but loads of people were changing their profile pictures. I mean, overnight, Dan's posts were getting like hundreds of likes and people were sharing it all over the internet. And then Dan phoned me up and said, "We've found somewhere else." And so it went kind of from anger to excitement.
The support that we kind of got from that was really overwhelming, and kind of completely more than balanced out, it completely overshadowed any sort of kind of anger or hostility that we had towards the person who was trying to do that. It was made worse by the fact that the guy had never even seen the building, he'd never even been there, and had no interest in that building or what we did, and was just interested in knocking it down.
We're quite a tight community and there's kind of tribes around here, and what was interesting was how the Norwich people rallied round Dan, and it wasn't just the people who went to the venue, it was people in live musicians, it was local organisations. People shouted loud and proud that the Owl Sanctuary was something they wanted.
Admitting defeat was never really an option, and I'm pretty stubborn. And with the amount of support that we had as well, it was one of those, we need to not get mad, we need to get better. When we kind of moved to this building, we knew we were going to sacrifice a few bits, but we've gained a few bits as well, because we can up until 3 a.m. now, which we couldn't do in the old place. Plus we can run 2 shows at once now, which we could never do before. We've got a band playing in December called Every Time I Die, really, really big band. We got an email from them just saying we want to come and play some really small shows. And so that the venue can make some money and keep going. And it stops integrity progressing. I think that's what the thing. If you take away venues like this, it stops integrity and true creativity and true artistic talent from progressing.
It's exciting, I love to see young talented people. Norwich is like a melting pot of kind of talent, and there's loads of exciting new stuff coming out, but also its values. We used to own the Soup Kitchen, this anti-fascist organisation. If there's a good cause and Dan believes in it, he'll support it. But Norwich really lacks a nice, small, intimate music venues. There's a couple of other places, but the Owl Sanctuary holds something very unique, and it's kind of for the outsiders, for the rebels, for those that don't fit in. It's kind of a sense of home. It's not about Wetherspoons, it's not about corporate agendas, it's for real people, so it's kind of a real place for real people. So for me, having a place where you can go and see good music that's not the mainstream, essential, and for those who don't know it, they should really check it out soon.